In the year 2552, an outpost located on the outer colony of Montreal, under the jurisdiction of the United Earth Government, UEG, faced an attack by the Covenant, an alien race secretly searching for a valuable artifact on the planet. In the process, they caused significant harm by killing the colony's population. The Spartans, a group of elite warriors from the UNSC, successfully fought off the Covenant. However, the victory was bittersweet, as everyone in the colony perished, except for Quan Ha, the daughter of General Jin Ha, who has also been leading the resistance against the UNSC. Following the conflict, Spartan Master Chief John came across a mysterious artifact while seeking the Covenant ship. Upon leaving the planet for the UNSC headquarters, he brought along Quan Ha and the artifact. Along the way, Miranda Keyes from the UNSC attempted to manipulate Quan Ha for propaganda purposes. However, Quan firmly stated that cooperation would only happen if Montreal was granted independence by the UNSC. Simultaneously, Master Chief informed Dr. Catherine Halsey, the creator of the Spartans, about the artifact. This object revealed suppressed memories when he touched it during the excavation. Unable to meet Quan Ha's demand for independence, the UNSC chose to terminate her from the situation. John is ordered to execute her, but he defies the order. Then the UNSC captain Jacob Keyes again reaffirms the order to execute Quan and further directs that John be taken into custody. But John uses the keystone again, which disables power to every command and control system in the base and the handheld weapons of the soldiers, while, at the same instant, restores power to his ship, and allows him and Quan to escape. Unable to locate Master Chief, Dr. Catherine Halsey dispatches Kai, Reese, and Vanek, the other members of his Spartan squad, to find him. Meanwhile, Master Chief goes over the rubble, seeking assistance. Among the leaders in the rubble, Soren, a close friend of Master Chief who had been allowed to escape the UNSC training center 22 years ago, helps him. In the rubble, they discover that General Venture, Madrial's the new colonial governor, has placed a bounty on Quan. Meanwhile, at the High Charity Covenant Command, the sole survivor of the Spartan onslaught, informs Prophet of Mercy, one of the 3 Covenant leaders, about Halo's reaction to Master Chief's touch. McKay, the human among them, who can also use the artifact, volunteers to retrieve it and eliminate Master Chief. After encountering the keystone, Soren takes Master Chief to meet Reth, who possesses knowledge of the Covenant. Reth shares details, including information about McKay, also known as Al the Blessed One. Upon witnessing Master Chief use the keystone, Reth advises him to take drastic measures to end his own life and destroy the artifact to botch the Covenant's plans, instead of deterring Master Chief. This information only piques his curiosity. He decides to return to the UNSC to delve deeper into the artifact's mysteries. Leaving Quan in Soren's care, Master Chief activates his beacon, leading the UNSC to his location. However, upon reaching UNSC HQ, he is apprehended and the keystone is placed under Dr. Halsey's control. Afterwards, Dr. Halsey defies the orders of her superiors and creates a clone of herself. McKay's connections with the Covenant trace back to the planet Oven, where they rescued her from punishment. On planet Reach, meanwhile, Dr. Halsey is engrossed in her AI project, Cortana, designed to enhance the Spartans. Admiral Perosi assigns the artifact to Miranda, Dr. Halsey's daughter, without Halsey's awareness. After completing her work on Cortana, Dr. Halsey tests it on Master Chief with remarkable results. On a Gladius, McKay infiltrates a UNSC ship to gather more information about the Keystone's location, killing everyone on board. However, her mission proves futile, as she cannot find anything. Unknown to her, the ship recorded her conversation with the Covenant. Back at UNSC HQ, Master Chief removes the hormonal pellet suppressing his emotions, feeling a new sense of life. When he touches the artifact again, he gains clearer insights and discovers there are 2 keystones, one of which he may have buried on Arenes, and the second, where he lived with his parents. He shares this information with Dr. Halsey, expressing his intention to visit the planet. Eager to continue her father's work, Dr. Halsey agrees. On the rubble, Quan persuades Soren to take her to Madrigal to reunite with insurrectionists loyal to her father. At the UNSC HQ, Kai witnessed Master Chief remove his hormonal pellet, and she removes hers too. Meanwhile, Master Chief's ship arrives at Erytnus too, and he locates the area where he thinks he and his father may have buried the second artifact, but they only find his childhood drawing of the artifact and a ring. Quan and Soren on the other hand arrive at Madrigal City in search of her father's generals. Hours later, She finds one of them, Agatha, who tells her that the resistance has been dissolved. As they talk, Venture's security barges in, and Soren has to take Quan out to protect her. After finding the drawings, Cortana helps Master Chief regain more of his memories, and he learns that Halsey had actually met him when he was still a child. When he questions Halsey about it, she attempts to gaslight him, and they leave it at that. Meanwhile, at the UNSC headquarters, Miranda tests the keystone on the rest of the Silver team, and becomes certain after they fail to use it, that Master Chief has a special bond with the artifact. In Madrigal City, Quan finds her aunt, who tells her more about the Resistance, and the Mystics, a sect of women in the desert, who might have answers for her. Not long after Quan's aunt is killed by Franco, an assassin sent by Venture. But just before Quan can be killed, Soren steps in and saves her. Using his childhood memories, Master Chief finally finds the second keystone. With the second artifact found, Captain Jacob Keyes, Miranda's father, Miranda, Dr. Halsey, and more troops join in the excavation. During that time, Master Chief notices Ai's display of emotions and learns that her hormonal pellet is absent, so he sends her back to the ship, citing that she's unfit for battle. Meanwhile, on Madrigal, Soren and Quan are at odds with each other over her interest in continuing the resistance, but it ends with Quan knocking Soren out and leaving him to go look for the Mystics. Curious for more knowledge of his past, Master Chief touches the second and larger keystone and sees his childhood self being kidnapped by Halsey. Just then, she walks in, and he doesn't hesitate to confront her about it. Their conversation escalates, and Cortana has to shut Master Chief down before he can attack Halsey. Unknown to them, Mickey shares a connection with the keystones as well, so when Master Chief activated the second artifact, it gave away their location, bringing the Covenant to Eridanus too. A heavy fight erupts between them and UNSC, but it doesn't stop them from obtaining the second keystone, largely due to Kai's emotional breakdown in the face of battle, and Master Chief having to abandon the artifact to save her. However, the Covenant doesn't leave the UNSC empty-handed. They drop Makee down, presenting her as a prisoner. At the UNSC HQ, Master Chief attempts to kill Halsey to determine how much control Cortana has over him, and only stops when he realizes that she doesn't have absolute control. Agreeing to help retrieve the second keystone, May gives Master Chief the location of the artifact and teases the idea of a connection between them. Bothered by the Spartans' recent shortcomings, Admiral Perengoski makes Halsey a scapegoat for the committee's scrutiny. During Halsey's questioning, Master Chief walks in and questions Halsey about his kidnapping as a child. Unknown to them, Perengoski, Miranda, and Jacob's holograms are present. Halsey opens up to him, but holds back on the identity of the people involved. Following that, Perengoski relieves Halsey of her duties and puts Miranda in charge of Ruchex. Due to frequent contact with the Keystone, Master Chief's health starts to deteriorate. When Makee notices his pain, she promises to help him if he takes her to the artifact's location. He is finally able to put them all under control and experiences a Halo ring world simultaneously with Makee. During Quan's search, she gets captured by the Mystics. Realizing who they are, she asks them for more details about their interaction with her father. However, their leader Desiderata turns her down because she thinks Quan isn't ready for it. Meanwhile, Soren regains his consciousness and makes his way back to the rubble. Later, that night, Desiderata tells Quan the story of her forefathers. After that, Quan is given something to drink, which gives her visions of her father, and he tells her that their family is destined to be protectors of a portal on Madrigal, which leads to another world. After that, Quan leaves for the outpost and encounters Soren again. Almost immediately, Venture shows up, looking to kill Quan for the threat that she poses to his power, and she and Soren try to keep themselves alive. She comes up with a plan that wipes everyone out, including Venture. Thus she cements her claim over Madrigal, and Soren returns to the rubble with a case full of money as his reward for helping Quan. Master Chief and Makaye's unique reaction to the Halo creates a connection between them. The next morning, while they're on a stroll, he asks her why the Covenant wants the artifact so badly. She intimates of the prophecy about the keystones. Unfortunately, their walk is interrupted when Master Chief gets summoned to the control room. There he learns that the Covenant has attacked yet another ship, so he suggests that they let Mackay make contact with the first keystone to locate the second one, to which Captain Keyes and the Admiral agree. Later that day, Master Chief and Mackay have sex and Mackay seriously doubts her allegiance intent on regaining her power. Dr. Halsey illegally accesses the lab and commands the Silver Team to bring Master Chief, Mackay and the artifact to her ship. At the same time, Miranda figures out that Mackay was the one who killed everyone on the Gladius ship. As Master Chief and Mackay make their way to the keystone, he gets a warning from Cortana about the incoming Spartans, so he sends Mackay away and stays to fight, as Master Chief holds off Ree and Van Eck. Mackay tries to get the Captain and Admiral to come to his aid. Just then Miranda runs in the room and reveals Mackay's involvement in the massacre on the Gladius. Mackay is then knocked down while she tries to explain, and it dredges harrowing memories of her past. This annoys her so much she reaches out for the keystone, causing it to emit an energy charge that knocks everybody present off their feet. Quite unexpectedly, Master Chief finds himself on the Halo world, which is where Mackay bids him farewell. Having retrieved the first keystone, Mackay takes it and heads for the Covenant ship, captured by the UNSC. When Master Chief gets out of the ring world vision, he goes in search of Mackay only to discover that she's escaped with the artifact, so he returns to the Silver Team and finds Kai at gunpoint, intent on saving her. He tries to explain to Ree and Vanek that Halsey has been lying to them the entire time, that she had kidnapped them from their families while they were still kids. Ree and Vanek do not believe him at first, until Captain Keyes steps in and corroborates Master Chief's story, and revealing his involvement with the kidnappings. Afterward, Kai goes after Dr. Halsey, while the other three go after Mackay, but they miss the ship with Kai also being unable to capture Halsey. When the UNSC military finally catches up with Halsey and captures her, she suddenly dies. However, Miranda later realizes that it was just a clone, and the real Halsey is still on the run. Having located the Covenant planet with Cortana's help, the Spartans attack the small defense force, eliminating resistance until they reach Mackay and the Covenant prophets. However, with their leaders in danger, a large Covenant force emerges and attacks the Spartans. Master Chief then becomes overwhelmed. Mackay interacts with the keystone, allowing the blast wave to save his life, but also slowly showing the prophets a Halo star map, which the Covenant believes will enable them to transcend during their great journey. However, by doing this, Mackay physically locks Master Chief in place while they traverse a Halo world. In another vision, unable to reach him and losing the battle, Kai decides to shoot Mackay to bring Master Chief back, which works, realizing their small chance of victory. Master Chief orders Cortana to take over his body, even though this may mean that he will lose his memories. With no other options left, Cortana assumes command of Master Chief, and together with the rest of Silver Team, they retrieve both keystones and escape the planet.